And hello everyone, and welcome back to our Minecraft Let's Play series, week 42. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. So, in our little adventure to go ahead and find another trial chamber, because I'm still looking for one this week, you may notice that I went ahead and I've ended up in a village this time instead of looking for zombie villagers because it was taking too long, and I think I might as well just go ahead and pay the extra glass panes as well as emeralds and paper to go ahead and get the villager faster, which did actually bear fruit as we have a trial explorer map that's new. However, I'm also going to go ahead and explain what we're doing this week before I go ahead and head over here because, well, you already know the drill. We're going to go do this first thing this week. But first, here is the things that I want to go ahead and do. Now, this looks very similar to the past few weeks, and that's because it kind of is, because we have the trial chamber, then we've got the villager hall. But for the villager hall this time, we actually have to go out and clear some ocean monuments for things I'll explain later. At least I believe we do. And then we have the bulk storage room. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and head over to our trial chamber, and we'll go ahead and give it a run. So I'll meet you guys over there. That works. And alright, I'll go ahead, head through there, and we'll see what we get. See you guys in a bit. Oh, what the heck is happening here? And also, I'm gonna need some of these, so I'm actually gonna take this. Those spiders are bogged. No, they're spiders. I did not know that these guys could actually have cave spiders. Feel bad for anyone who has arachnophobia. Alright, time to drink. Oh! We got it! Yes, finally. Oh my god. I don't know how many we've done of these, but we finally have it. I still gotta clear out this whole entire area, but we finally have a heavy core. And we have the Windburst books to make it, like, overpowered. So I'm gonna finish clearing this place out, and I will meet you guys, well, back at our base. Unless I get another heavy core, that'd be insane though, so we'll see what happens. And here we go. Finally, after so long, we have our mace. It took a while to get here, but honestly, worth it in all of its entirety. So now we can go ahead and get our advancement that has to do with this. But I think first, I'll show you guys what I got. From our trip, we also got Potion Regen, Enchanted Golden Apples, some Diamond Chest Pieces, a Diamond Axe, and a Silk Touch Book, Diamonds, Emeralds, Iron, 3 bottles of Bad Omen. We actually were starting to run low on our Ominous Trail keys, so thankfully we ended up actually having enough for all the vaults. Armor trims, disc, breeze rods, wood charges, the arrows, and the decorated pots. But now, what I want to go and do is I want to go ahead and enchant this mace, try and get it to its max enchantments, and I want to go get that advancement that has to do with doing over 50 damage. So let's go and do that. Alright, now that we've got the enchantments on this bad boy, let's go ahead and figure out who our victim's gonna be. So I am ready to test this out. Here's a creeper, is that really a good idea? I missed. I suck with this thing. There we go. Only took like 4 attempts. Good lord. Don't know how much damage I did to the skeleton. I don't think I care. But we finally got the ability to do this. I should just be quiet. I suck with this thing. You do not know how happy I am to actually have this mace now. Even though I probably won't be using it too much, it's still quite nice to have, especially now that we kind of like one-shot enemies. But now what I'd like to do is we're going to go ahead and work on the villager hall, and we're going to try to get the last room in the villager hall done. Now, I went ahead and looked at the items we're going to need for the room in our villager hall, and you may remember that on our list, I said that we were going to have to go ahead and clear out some ocean monuments. Now, I thought we were going to need a lot of sponges for this build. We do not. So we don't actually have to go ahead and grab those sponges. So I'm just not going to. We'll go ahead, collect the items we do need though, and we'll head over straight to the villager hall. So I'll meet you guys over there after I've collected everything. But before I go ahead and head out to our villager hall, this is actually what we ended up having in our storage system that I'm going to be using today. All we are missing is different types of prismarine, as well as some gold blocks, and I just realized I need to get some gold blocks out of here by turning this into actual gold blocks. So once we go ahead and grab those, we'll go ahead and head over to the villager hall. And alright, now that we're here with our items in tow, we're going to start this how we usually start it, by knocking out the floor and creating the base for our build. Then we'll get to the first floor, then the second floor, plus that little area up there. And let me tell you, you might be wondering how I'm going to do this with 7 job site blocks in here, and I'll tell you, it's not going to be good. Well, maybe it will be. We'll see who believes it is and who believes it isn't. And there we go. There is our floor made for this. Can you tell what these are actually based upon? You might understand that one very easily. That one's obviously the ocean monument. You might understand this very easily. This is the trial chamber. But that is the floor for the woodland mansion, and this is the floor for the ancient city. Now, these three all have maps, but they also have a bunch of the blocks that we'll be placing around these job site blocks today. And then I put the ancient city here because I feel like this is a place that should have a map but doesn't. So I thought these four would just make the most sense. And this kind of looked like a compass to me, seeing as it goes all these directions, and it also has a lodestone so that if we ever want to, we can go ahead and put a compass to this and mark this area. So now with the floor done, let's go ahead and get the first layer floor done. As per usual, starting with the stairs. And there we go. There is our first floor done. And it looks like I just kind of threw a lot of blocks together, which you would be very correct. But these all do actually have some importance. So we've got the hay bales to signify the leather worker, because, you know, hay to breed cows. Then we've got a bunch of ocean blocks to signify the fisherman, which then goes into the prismarine blocks, plus the woodland mansion blocks and the trial chamber blocks to signify all the cartographers. Then we've got more hay bales, coal, and dried kelp blocks to signify the butchers, because you can trade the kelp and coal with them, as well as hay bales again to breed animals. And then finally we've got some diamond, iron, and gold to signify our toolsmith, with an item frame above his head showing that he is the toolsmith. Because on the next floor, this pattern is going to be mimicked, because this is basically the same layout we have up there. So I'm going to do that. I'll meet you guys back here. And there we go, there's the second floor, save for that top wall, which we'll get to in a moment. But I also wanted to go ahead and explain something really quick, because I realized I didn't explain it earlier. I have sponges here, and you may be wondering why they're specifically wet sponges. And that is because down at the area where I actually have the water streams, I wanted it so that the sponges wouldn't soak up the water, completely nullifying the water streams, so I just made them wet sponges. And if they were from the ocean, they would also be wet, so it just made sense. Now, I'm going to do something very simplistic for that back wall, and I'll explain why when I'm done. And there we go, there's the back wall. Now, yes, it looks very simplistic, but I want to explain why. At the moment, I want to go ahead and put a 3x5 map encircling the area that is this entire villager hall. But I want to go ahead and do that with glowing item frames, and I didn't have enough glowing sacks for that, so that is going to have to wait. But that does mean we've gone ahead and finished up this room. It's already fully made. It's a little bit on the stranger side, but I personally like it a lot. For 7 different job site blocks, I think I did a pretty good job. And that does actually mean that all 4 of these rooms are done to an extent. And I want to explain why I say to an extent, because I haven't gone ahead and put down all the enchantments on here. I haven't gone and made the carpet, as well as I haven't gone ahead and put down the books into the bookcases. This room is really the one that just needs a lot of detail added to it, which I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm actually going to go ahead and add the carpet here, because right now I can't go ahead and do the signs like I want to because I don't have glowing sacks like I said earlier, and I'm just kind of lazy when it comes to putting in the books. I have the books, but that'll be a later problem. Alright, but first, before we go ahead and make the carpet over here, I want to go ahead and close this off just slightly, so give me a second. There we go. It's not completely closed off, but I don't want it to be completely closed off because I want it to be a smoother transition from here into whatever this room's going to look like. Now we can go ahead and get to work on building the carpet in here. And there we go. There is our carpet. Can you tell what it is? Is my best approximation of a book, especially with the limited colors I have. But I think it looks nice. And it covers most of the floor, so, you know, double whammy, I guess. But yeah, that was everything I wanted to get done with the villager hall this week. To an extent, I wanted to go ahead and put the signs up as well as put the map up. But like I said, I'm out of glow squid ink because I didn't have that much to begin with. So I guess that means in the future, you could probably guess what type of farm we'll be making, but that's going to have to wait until another time. For now, let's just head over back to our base, shall we? And now that we're back at our base, we're actually back in our storage system, because now what I want to go ahead and do is I said that I wanted to make a bulk storage system inside the storage system, and you might have seen a while back when we made the storage system that I made these tiny holes over here, and these are going to be our entranceway into bulk storage that goes down, because I just thought that would work a little bit better than having it go like behind this wall or above, because well, we'll eventually hit the grass above, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start clearing out this to my desired measurements, and I'll explain kind of what I'm looking for with our bulk storage system. And here we go. This is the size for how the bulk storage will be right now, and it is pretty big actually. Now, it's this big because I don't know how much bulk storage we're going to need in the future, so I just decided, you know what, let's make it so that hopefully we'll have enough to last us a long while. I also went ahead and added these in the corners of the room besides here because I ran out of frog lights to go ahead and give us access back up to our storage system. Now, what I need to do is I need to tear out these walls on all 4 sides and the floor to give us, well, more of a finished feel. So I'm going to do that just real quick. Alright, there we go. I ended up doing a lot more than just getting the walls in there. If you couldn't tell, I went ahead and got the roof in too, along with some holes that you'll see why later. Some crafting tables, and yeah, it's just me taking the pattern we had up there and moving it down here. Now, what I need to do is I need to see if we have enough wood to actually completely fill up this bulk storage system, because if my math is correct, this is going to take 48 barrels and 372 chests. That's a lot. So I'm going to see if we have that, and if we don't, we'll probably just fill this up to what we can do then. So yeah, give me a second. Alright, we are definitely not going to have enough wood for this. I used most of my wood for this, so I guess just filling this up is actually going to have to wait until next time, because I'm not going to go ahead and waste our time at cutting down trees. I'll probably just go ahead and do that in the middle between weeks, but for now, let me go ahead and move our stuff from the old storage system over there into here. And there we go. There's almost everything moved away from the bulk storage. As you can tell, I left the enchanted books here again because, well, that's going to go in a different spot. But for now, they'll just stay here. And all of the items have now been moved into here, which now look like they don't really take up that much space. As you can see, it's only a few chests, and that's also because I moved some of this stuff up to our storage up there. But yeah, obviously, like I said before, I'm going to need to go ahead and gather more wood for all the chests and other storage components in here. But for now, I think it's honestly pretty good. We'll go ahead and amend all the chests and barrels into here next week because I am currently out of time. But thankfully, we did actually get a lot done this week. We went ahead and finished up the final room in our villager hall, tying that place up together. We finally got our maze, so we're going to be taking a break from doing that every week. And finally, we went in ahead and started on our bulk storage system, which we will be finishing next week. So all in all, I'd say a pretty good week. But yeah, with that all being said, I thank you all for watching. Y'all take care, have a great week. Now I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one. Alright, bye-bye.